and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you breaking news on a discussion that I want to have with the direction of Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, the Avatar franchise and IP as a whole, and the direction that they're going in the future. Now, we already know what direction they want to go. Well, not even really want to go. We already know the direction that they are going. Netflix has gotten rights from Nickelodeon and from the creators in order to do a live adaptation of The Last Airbender. Now, with everything that has been going on, with the original creators walking away from Netflix, with Netflix already confirming that they are still continuing with the live adaptation of the series, it brings back into question something that has already been talked about for years and years to come at the end of The Legend of Korra, which is what is coming next. Are they going to give us a complete Avatar cycle of spin-off series? Because, you know, Aang, he was the last Airbender. The next one in the cycle was water. We got that with Korra in The Legend of Korra. You could argue that the Rise of Kyoshi light novels is a continuation of the series and of the franchise, in which case they gave us the Earth Kingdom Avatar, but we're still missing a Fire Nation Avatar that we haven't seen, right? And I really don't even include the Rise of Kyoshi just because it hasn't been animated yet. Like, I'm looking at it from an animated perspective, not from a written perspective. So I would love to see an Earth Kingdom Avatar be given to us. I would love to see a Fire Nation Avatar be given to us, especially with the lore of Avatar: The Last Airbender really being expanded in the extended universe, specifically the comic books and the light novels. Because, well, let me back up. What I'm referring to by that is the tests, right? We've always known that there were specific tests that were given to children in order to test to see if they are the Avatar, right? We knew the Airbenders, what they did was a toy test. So they'd bring in thousands of toys and they'd have all the nomad children come in and they would just be told, hey, pick the toys, you get to keep the toys, pick 4 toys, any 4, it's okay. And if they picked the toys of their previous lives, then they were then deemed the Avatar. And we know this from the Rise of Kyoshi books that these tests don't fail. Like, they've never failed before in, how long has it been? 1,000 years? 10,000 years? Something. Well, maybe not then, because it was probably a little bit more, you know, archaic back in the day. But whenever these tests were first implemented, they've never failed them, which is why they consistently use them. So the Air Nomads used the toy test. The Earth Kingdom used directional geomancy, which is they get bones of, I guess, previous avatars and they do some fucking voodoo or something. And the bones aren't meant to necessarily directly find the avatar. It's used as a process of elimination, meaning they'll give the test to the different kings and queens of the entire Earth Kingdom, and they'll use it to systematically eliminate their kingdom as a potential place that the newly born avatar would be in, right? So Bumi would have been given the directional geomancy test to use for Omashu, and then he would have used it, and if nothing happened, everybody in the Earth Kingdom knows that Earth Kingdom avatar is not in Omashu. And then they would have did it for Ba Sing Se and all the other different kingdoms throughout the Earth Kingdom. We don't know what the water tribes do, and we don't know what the Fire Nation does in order to find their kids. We were never given that luxury for The Legend of Korra because, once again, she just knew the bendings at the age of 4. There was nothing to question it, right? There was no reason to question it. There was no reason for the water tribe to do their avatar test because she just came out fucking swinging with fire, earth, and water. But looking into this, a little rant aside, I long-winded all that to set this up. You know, Twitter has absolutely just turned on Netflix and everything. Like, this is what I be talking about, and this is a great example for other people who try to take IPs and just butcher them. We like the series way too much. Like, we're not going to support it. You need to do what it is that made the series special. You have tweets like this, where this person is like, at Netflix, y'all should really apologize to Burke and start over. But instead of the Avatar: Last Airbender live action, turn the comics into animation. You have another tweet. Instead of fucking up yet another Avatar adaptation, how about we get these animated? And here you have the different, you know, posters and stuff like that. Of course, they're talking about the Smoke and Shadows Part 1. They're talking about Imbalance. They're talking about, you know, the search in which Zuko approaches Azula, which is one of the biggest cliffhangers that we've received from Avatar: The Last Airbender, was when Zuko approached, I think it wasn't Azula. Did he approach Azula or did he approach his father? I think he approached his father, and he was like, where is my mother? Like, that's probably the one mystery we never got answered. And honestly, I expected that to be animated before Korra, because we never knew what happened to his mother. The only thing that was really inferred throughout the entirety of the series was that his mother did something dastardly and got kicked out of the Fire Nation and was on the run ever since. You remember that scene where Fire Lord Ozai, he was like, take away Iroh's birthright and let me be the Fire Lord. And then the father, he seemed like a really cool dude. Like, I mean, granted, he was leading a war, but he seemed like he had morals. Because when Ozai had said that, he was like, Iroh just lost his only son in a war, and this is what you bring to me. Maybe I should make you kill your son so that you know the pain of losing your firstborn, which was Zuko. And that's what is really insinuated why his mother had to leave, because the mother killed the grandfather that allowed Ozai to take over, and that whole entire fiasco. That sounds like a phenomenal plot that we would like to see animated. I don't like watching things that I've already seen just be done again. It's not enjoyable to me. Even if Avatar The Last Airbender got a live action series, 61 episodes, 100%, it's unlikely that I would watch it again because I already know detail for detail what's happening. One of the reasons why I don't go and watch all those Disney live action movies, I already seen them all. I could speak the lines verbatim. A lot of people want to see Avatar, Aang, and the gang, you know, Sokka, Toph, Katara, Zuko, Sokka, everybody in their prime, right? We got that dope picture of all of them grown up. It looks like Aang and Katara are married. Toph is clearly the leader of the police force. Zuko, we already know he was the Fire Lord. He was the Fire Lord at the end of The Last Airbender. Sokka, we never really got any details for what he did. We never see his kids, unless I'm getting my details wrong. We never see his kids. We never see Suki. People just died, and we don't ever see them. Some had kids. We saw Zuko's kids. We see Aang's kids. We see Toph's kids. Sokka, where is him and Suki's kids? Nowhere to be found. But that is really what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted it to exist. I wanted the dialogue to be sparked and, you know, the conversations to pursue in the comment section below. But that is all I have for y'all. Hopefully today is the day that I've earned your subscription. If you are new, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. It lets me know you rock with the content that I put out on this channel. I will have more to come in the future. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video, all that fancy stuff. And like always, keep it safe and wrap it tight. I'm out.
Now, Ethan, go!
Jackpot, all stations. I say again, jackpot.
Relieve the bot. Take the prisoner into custody. Petty officer, get that ATIS back up. We still got enemy ships in our airspace.
Right away, Admiral.
Sato forces are trenched in outside, setting up a fob.
Good. Let's get a look at this son of a bitch.
You'll need medical.
I need nothing.
He's got an employee ID. That's him.
Michael Aaron Page, Mechanical Engineering Department, 2 years.
SDF sleeper cell.
That's not my name. That is the moniker of an earthling fool.
What is your name?
Commander Akil Minraya of the Settlement Defense Front.
The operation on Europa.
You started a war.
And I will finish that war.
ATIS guns are moments away from acquiring enemy targets, Admiral.
Fast work, Ethan. Well done.
You prolong the inevitable.
Get him out of here.
Ars Eternum.
Stand fast, Marines. Give me 5 minutes with this bastard.
Salt.
So many innocent people, Reyes.
Let's get out there and fight for him.
Roger.
Where it goes, sir?
Let's move.
All stations, this is Scar.